Hello. I'm here. I got caught up in trying to start a new character on Destiny 2 earlier. Kind of lost track of time. I played it forever ago on PS4. I don't think I ever bought any of the DLCs, or if I did, like one of them was super on sale or something. And I don't want to play it on the PS4 because loading times are the enemy. So, you know, I'll just start a thing on the PC just so I have like an FPS game and just kind of mindlessly play from time to time. Maybe do a little dress up. Yeah. I forgot how easy it is to get sucked into that. Today has been weird. All of the things that I don't really like having happened at the same time. Not at the same time, but like in the same day. So that was fun. My water tastes funny because I have to use a mini fridge because my normal fridge died like in the middle of the night. But it's got that new refrigerator business, and so my ice has a flavor, and then I put the ice in the water, and then the water has a flavor. I don't love it. And then once I notice it, I can't like get it out of my nose. It's weird. I don't know. Other than that though, yeah, I'm here. I almost forgot that I streamed today, but I'm here. I think it's because I did, what's the flavor? Like kind of musty. I'm not quite sure how to, I don't know. I don't have the sommelier palate to really put words to the new freezer flavor. It just kind of is there. I think I forgot to stream today because I've been on like every other day this week. I think, did I stream both of my off days? I might have. Maybe it was only one of them. I don't know. But yeah, like, so I've been on all week, so I just kind of didn't have it in mind to watch the time. But it's PMD day. Yesterday we went through a nightmare of a series of dungeons that got increasingly hard, which was fun. We made some questionable decisions in them, but we got through, and that's what matters. We had a moment, and now Grovile. Fuck, God. Kippy pointed it out that I say groove instead of grove, and that is intentional because I say grove like Grovile. I don't know why. Maybe that's how they say it in the Pokemon, like the anime or something. No idea. But I say Grovile, and Kippy was like, "Oh, it makes me think of him doing a little dance." I'm like, shit. Now I'm gonna be aware every time I say Grovile. But yeah, we've decided he's good now, actually. And then we found Celebi, who is shiny and very cute and has big fairy energy. Despite not being fairy type, which is a little, I know it wasn't invented back then, but I feel like Celebi deserves it. Well, I guess then you're like 4x weak to poison. That seems kind of bad. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And so we're gonna go through a time hole or a time corridor, a time portal, temporal walkway. I have some kind of time thing to go back to the past. Because we learned that the time gears are supposed to be part of the time tower, and that makes all of the time everywhere good. But yeah. So we're gonna do that. I'm assuming that there's a boss coming up. Not 100% sure, but we'll see. Oh, we also got lots of levels up. We went from like 28 or 29 up to 33, so that was exciting. We got an assortment of items just in case. I think we're just gonna get right into it. We must make our way to the passage of time. Oh, it's the passage of time. My bad. It's the one word I didn't say. Let's go. I guess that'll be on my team too. Who's a lower level than Groovile? What? Celebi? Honey? What's going on there? Is PP Saver IQ? Huh. Alright. That's fine. That's okay. Oh, Celebi is so cute. This is a very strange place. We're in a magic forest that has now showed us Rhydon, Aggron, and Steelix? Ooh, Vile Seed will be nice too. If I go Vile Seed, Violent Seed, then it's fucking +6 versus -6. Or whatever the caps are for this game. I'm into it. I assume no recruiting here, right? Yeah. It would be wild if I could, but it's always worth checking. You missed. Well, maybe it's a bunch of like ground and rock types because you have two different super juiced up like grass types. That would make sense. I'm gonna be like extra yawny today, so sorry about that in advance. No. Oh wait. I think the problem isn't an IQ thing. It's that Eevee's ability is literally run away. So it's not like run away like overrides tactics stuff. Am I living? I'm trying. Avoid out a couple levels. You didn't miss much. Do I feel bonita? Not particularly today, but that's all right. I am still Charmander, and that's what matters. Is that triple speed? It can't be the wrong answer if it's honest. You didn't say am I, you said do I feel. That's a subjective question. I can't wait to see Custard again. Wow. A reflect just for me? In the passage of time? It's okay. You have special privileges and you're allowed to call me Baldy because you made it funny the first time. And so it can't hurt my feelings on any of the other ones. That's literally just how it goes. Like, if the first time you were like a punk bitch about it, I would have a different take, but you didn't. Allure can't scare me here because I have 2 grass types with me and both of them can one-shot basically anything on this floor. Bonk. So these all have very low HP, I'm noticing. I don't feel like they should be getting one shot so cleanly. Oh, it went from green to orange, like the passage of time. Never mind. Oh, wait, maybe? Surely Celebi can't die in their own passage of time dimension. Okay, protect. Kind of feels like the game is trying to send me a message. Oh, okay. It's the passage to the passage. That makes sense. Oh my god. Oh, cute. Selby's little wings are so cute. Why would there be a sandstorm here? We're in the woods. I feel like if yeah, it's possible. Although, there aren't that many Pokemon that set up Sandstorm innately. Like, Tyranitar is one of them, and we haven't seen him here yet. Sandaconda, the Hippowdons, I think. Oh my god. That's fine. I don't know. That didn't do anything, so we're counting it as a dub. Although it's also possible they just know the move Sandstorm, so. Cringed as a status will never not make me giggle. I should just go back. Hooray! Ooh, new move moment? Flamethrower? Is it Pog? Line of sight? Does that mean it just shoots in a straight beam? It's kind of thick. Is Charmander split? Like, is his attack and special attack equal? In front, so 6'5". 5'7". Fuck it. Worst case, it's bad and I go back, but it sounds exciting. Especially here when everyone's just in a fucking hallway. Let me at him. Let me at him. Oh, there's two. They're so big, I thought it was just the one. Oh, yeah, Hippowdon. Alright. In the moments where Custard isn't here, we must become Custard-like. There's like 7 ways for you to know that I'm live, Germ. It goes up in the Discord. It goes up on Twitter. It also shows on your phone. Like, also, you were literally watching something else. I'm not going to be like, all right, stop watching a bunch of your favorite streamers to come watch me. Like, I can be considerate. Oh, I see it now. There it is. Is that the passage of time? That's right. That's the passage of time. I went through that to go to the past. Only you can open the passage of time. Do your thing. Sure. Stop there. That will do. What? That voice. It can't be. No one else needed it shoved in their face to show up, so like I don't know what to tell you. Hello to you all. It's been a while. Dusk Noir. Dusk Noir. Your scurrying carried you far, but sad to say. Oh, and none of us do? That's not an excuse in this town, or in this house. Why did I say town? I don't know. But sad to say, that's all over now. Oh, the sable eye too. Humph. That's crafty, Dusk Noir. You allowed us to roam free, but you kept your eye on us the whole time, so you could capture Celebi as well as us. What? So you mean we were followed the whole time? Humph. I didn't see this coming. It's all my fault. Oh? Apologies don't suit your style, my dear Groovile. And you honestly think that I can be caught? Everyone, are you ready to fight? What? Of course. We're going to power our way through. We'll push them aside and dive into the passage of time. Got it then. So you'll resist? Spare yourself the effort. You have no chance of succeeding. We won't know for sure until we try. Dusk Noir, you and me, now! Ruvile, you really such a fool to think I'd come alone? What? Now, Master Dialga. Wah! It turned to pitch black. Okay. Kinda spooky. Okay. Wow. That's not Groovile. That's Dialga, you dumbass. What is it? What's that? That's Primal Dialga. What? Wait, okay, hold on. Okay. All right. Pretty sure it was yesterday when it came up that the primal thing in this game came before Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, right? And Dialga and Palkia are Gen 4, right? The ones that were remade recently, like that was the last remake to come out with the weird chibi style. Okay, so this came out, and then Gen 3 remake comes out. They say, bro, Primal legendaries, pretty sick. Bump it up. Groudon, boom. Kyogre, boom. Why did they not then, when the Gen 4 remake came out, have a Primal Palkia and Primal The other one that I'm blanking on at the moment. Why not Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Gen? Oh yeah, Pelican Dialga. Yeah. Why not do Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire for that gen? Because like it's just a remake. It wasn't the stand-in game. They had actual mainstream ones. Oh, the remake was done by a different company. What? That's Primal Dialga? I just think that Pokemon being like one of the highest grossing franchises of all time would have a little more put into their games. That's all. Like, I feel like every single one, like, if you already know it's going to be a knock out of the park, like, fucking cash cow thing, why wouldn't you, like, make it an 11 out of 10? They can. They have. They will again someday, hopefully. I don't understand why they don't do more. Where's your bravado now? God, my dear Rufile. Ugh. This is it for us. I will simply kill Dialga, actually. Aren't we going to fight? It's hopeless. Dusknoir is on his own is one thing, but we don't stand a chance against Dialga. I literally just learned Flamethrower. Like, I don't think he understands. I'm sorry to let you down. This is where it ends. But I surrender. Do with me as you will. My dear Groovile. Flaming Thrower is what I've been called before playing League of Legends. What's the matter? It's not like you to give up so easily. Flaming Thrower is what it's called when you lock jungle and then you say, I've only played this character once or twice. I'm still learning the routes. Can you guys be safe in lane for like a few minutes? And then immediately one of your other team. That's cool. That's cool. Thanks. And then, yeah. That last time, when I traveled back in time to prevent the planet's paralysis, I wasn't alone. There was another. What? What, Vile, you didn't come to our world by yourself? That's right. I had a partner. We headed to the past together. But when we were going through the passage of time, we had trouble. We became separated. My partner should still be back in the world of the past. Even if I am eliminated, my partner will see our mission through to the end. My partner will prevent the planet's paralysis. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Ooh, ha ha ha! What's so funny? Ah! So you claim someone went to the past with you. Incidentally, what's the name of your partner? Go on, say the name. Why ask such a thing? Can't tell me? No, that's not true. My partner's name is... Oh, that's me! I'm Charmander! My best friend. What? Did you say Charmander? Well, this is Charmander right here. What? You're Yeah, that's me. No, it can't be. It isn't. Oh my god, he's human Twader. But Maple, I know, is a human. What? Ooh ha! Precisely. My good fellow Groovile, that is unmistakably your friend Maple. What? That Pokemon you see was once a human. Huh? Master Dialga had given me a mission. It was to get rid of you, Groovile, and Maple. Because you fled to the past. I traveled through time in pursuit of both of you both. In that past, I gathered intelligence that might help me find you. At one time, I met Team 8,008,135. Hello there. Oh, don't fucking hit me with the flashbacks. Bro, I played that part of the game. At that point, I suspected nothing. I was skeptical at first, but then an idea began to take shape in my mind. And beg your pardon? A human? So, a former human with no memories, a human that possessed the dimensional scream. I became convinced then. You said you know your name, at least? And that name would be? Maple told the name to Dustnoir. Ah, I see. Maple. Does that name ring a bell? No. It means nothing to me, unfortunately. What? There was no doubt. This Maple was the very one I had been seeking. What a plot twist. Well, that Maple developed amnesia and was transformed into a Pokemon, which must be because of the accident during your time travel. Well, Maple's memory loss was a lucky stroke for me. But after all, your partner failed to recognize who I am. It was quite easy to win over your partner's trust, and it was so easy to drag them to the future when the time came. He really was lying. Wow. Which left you, Groovile. That last part of the job to finish. I was a human from the future? What? And I was Groovile's partner on a mission to prevent the planet's paralysis? And that's how I ended up in Germ's world? Groovile, Maple, with the both of you here, everything will end when we finally dispose of you. We'll finally put an end to Groovile's glimmer of hope. Everything ends. Everything ends for you. Ha 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 ha. No. Ha! Have you finally come to terms with your fate? Groovile. Maple. We shall be rid of you for all time. This is the end. For you! You can't give up. God. You say not to give up. But what can we possibly do in this bleak situation? Have to think. I know. Celebi. Can your time travel ability transport us just a short distance to the passage of time? It won't be easy with Dialga here. Dialga is the temporal Pokemon. It controls time itself. Even if I can make us travel in time, you'll have no trouble exposing it. Even a little will do. Please. Attack! Time to travel. They vanished? Master Dialga. He's cranky. Our time traveling path has been shattered. There they are. We got so close to the passage of time. Dive in now, you can make it. Now, into the passage of time. What about you, Celebi? Don't fret over me. I told you I can't be caught. Stop the planet's paralysis. Change history. Thanks. Thank you, Celebi. You're not getting away. Terrible news. We did, actually. We got away. Gah. Wah! Yeah. I also... You would think with the primal version of the aspect of time there, like, you could just, like, hit the Zawirldo, right? Really kind of just fucks up the whole plan if immediately time is frozen. Or just, like, a stab, like, laser blast. What's Dialga's special move? Roar of Time? Yeah, it just fucking hit one of those with, like, specs on. I don't think we're making it through the passage. This is... Well, we made it. We're alive. What? Where? Isn't this where I met you? It's like that beach. That means... Could it be? No, it is. We're in the past. Prepare for pain. We're back in our world. Yes. Is Bidoof dead? I'm trying to think of things that would make me hurt from this, like, from this point. If Bidoof is dead, or they took his special rock, oh, did we go, like, super in the past? We're here before Bidoof, I bet. That's my guess. I'm locking in my answer. Let's see, gamers. Ugh. Hey, Groovile. Rovile. Look around. We made it home. Back to our world. So we did it? We made it through? Back to this world? Yep. This is where I met Maple. That's me. I'm Charmander. Let me see. It would be around here. That's what happened. That trip through time sent me into the Eastern Forest. Maple and I both reached your world far away from each other. Oh, that's right. I'm really confused by a lot of things, like this whole concept of time travel. Will you please? Can you just real quick explain the entire concept of time travel to me? I don't quite get it. Why? But this isn't really the place to talk, so let's go to Wigglytuff's guild and talk there. Before we went to the future, we trained there and roomed there. It will be the perfect place. Okay, let's go. Hold on. Will I be well received if I go to the guild? After all, I'm a wanted outlaw in this world. If I went to your guild, won't everyone be shocked? Don't you think they'd try to capture me? Come to think of it, you're right. What should we do? Oh, I know. There's a good place. But we'll need to get through Treasure Town. It shouldn't be a problem if we lie low and sneak through. Lead the way. Okay, it's this way. I'm gonna get... If we're in the double pass, that means there's no custard. Which is worse than me not having Pajoof. Fuck. I'm doubling down on my lock through. I pulled out a second lock-in button and I fucking slammed it. Here comes Team Charm. Literally the only thing I can think of that's worse than no Bidoof is no custard. So oh, it's a Sharpedo rock. That's cute. Aw. Oh, it's Sharpedo Bluff. Sharpedo Bluff. Yep. I think it's called that because the cliff is shaped like Sharpedo. Wow. Good job. As far as I can tell, nothing seems out of the ordinary. It's down here. I lived here before I joined the guild. Wait, what? Yeah? Eevee just lived in Sharpedo Bluff. Just in the giant fucking shark cave. With no walls. Bro, this is not a home. I see. This is a hollow chamber in the face of a cliff. Yeah, that's pretty true. Ew. No one's been here to mess it up. It goes to show how little interest there is in this place. The guy who's afraid of rainstorms is not going to live in a cliff with no walls that faces the ocean. You can't just say words. They have meanings. Agreed. Never expected you to be the very same. Can you tell us more about that? Yes, Maple and I. We were jointly investigating the planet's paralysis. Oh, it's got a roof. My bad. I forgot rain only happens in a straight vertical line. And there's no other aspects to rain. Nothing else happens. Pokemon and a human. Paired together? Yeah. Maple had or has a special ability like no other. We relied on that special ability to investigate the planet's paralysis. It played a vital part. By special ability, you mean the dimensional scream, don't you? Exactly. But the dimensional scream has a drawback. The dimensional scream requires the presence of a trusted Pokemon partner. Without the partner, the ability cannot be triggered. Trusted partner. That's why we work together. The dimensional scream is set off by triggers tied to places where the time gears are hidden. We need to find out where the time gears were in the past. We needed the dimensional scream to accomplish that. Whoa, wait a second. Leo moment. Wait, but does that mean, oh my god, am I a twisted partner? Twirls hair. But the dimensional scream was being triggered not long after we met. Your point? Doesn't that show how much you two trusted each other from the start? You put it like that. Was this a long con? Did you really say I'll deal with 99.5% of every stream being you shitting on me and my geek ass character for the one reveal 35 hours in where they're like, ooh, but they were friends actually. Wow. Upon meeting you, your partner had someone to turn to. Oh. There's another thing I don't understand. Does the dimensional scream go off in response to only time gears? Right. The opposite is also true. The dimensional scream is not triggered in places that aren't connected to time gears. Oh, so Wigglytuff is a time gear defender. That's cute. Really? It's not how I remember it. Hey, you remember that time it went off near Drowsy? And during our first exploration? And there were other times too. We went to places that seemed to have nothing to do with time gears. But even in places like that, the dimensional scream went off, didn't it? Are you sure? That never happened in the future. The dimensional scream was never triggered by places that had no tie to time gears whatsoever. Well, if that's true, or is the big reveal... Okay, there's two... I'm weaving the red strings. The board is up. I'm tacking crudely drawn pictures and newspaper clippings to it. The guesses for this particular one is either Germs had a time gear all along. It's just a fucking busted up one. Or Wigglytuff is a time gear defender because he's actually a legend and a champ and a king. Perhaps things are just different in this world. Perhaps the nature of the dimensional scream is altered in the past. But in the future, the dimensional scream doesn't work in places that have no connection to time gears? Oh, that explains it. Maybe that's why that time, when we were in the future. Flashback moments. I understand. That's true. It's worth a try. Okay, so this seems to rule out the germ has a time gear theory. Question mark. Maybe that's why the dimensional scream failed to work. Maybe Groovile was right about the future and the past being different. Or different enough to make my dimensional scream ability work differently. Anyway. Like I was saying, we were investigating the planet's paralysis. Use the dimensional scream ability to Identify the locations of the time gears in your world while we were in the future. That's it. Here. A time gear is here. I see. Perhaps the drought stone and replace the drought stone in Groudon's heart. That lifts the fog. Very So is Groovile's voice the one I was hearing in the future past? Or the yeah. For identifying the locations where the time gears would be in the past, we took the passage of time. That brought us from our world in your future to this world. However, whoa, whoa, whoa! Are you okay? No, don't let go. Just a little longer. Come on, hang on. No, I can't. Hold on. Wow! We encountered turbulence while we were traveling through time. Maple and I became separated. Oh, God. For some reason, Maple got amnesia and was turned into a Pokemon. I can only guess that it had something to do with our accident traveling in time. Yep, that's logical. I know when I time travel, there's like always a risk of becoming a Pikachu. You really got to be careful. It's like the warnings in like medicine commercials where it's like, warning, this antidepressant could wreck your whole shit and make you more depressed or turn you into a Pikachu. I came from the future. Not just that, I came with the mission of preventing the planet's paralysis. I don't know, it seems outlandish. It doesn't feel real, somehow. So, you may not remember any of this, but you were my closest friend. I worried about you when we were separated. I'm glad to see you're safe. Your appearance may have changed, and you may have lost your memory. You're still you. None of this alters the fact that you remain my friend. Oh, I'm glad to see you again. I just hit the deadpan. It's like, oh, cool. All right. Now, we have to decide on our course of action. Like I've told you before, I'm going to collect the time gears again. What are you going to do? I'm a little worried about how time stops in the region where its time gear is removed. But you're sure that will only be temporary? Oh, we've had this conversation too. That's right. As soon as the time gears are set in a place at Temporal Tower, time will be restored to its normal state everywhere. Well then, we'll go too. We'll go with you. Stealing a time cure will cause trouble for Pokemon that live in that area. But we have to prevent the planet's paralysis. Okay then, we'll go together. But the hour is late. We're also exhausted from all the running we've done. We should rest up tonight. We'll leave in the morning. Would like to save my adventure. Hmm? Not here. Maybe outside? What's the matter? Can't sleep? Yup. Just thinking. Thinking about Dusknoir? Oh my god. I'm sorry. No, that's not it. Sure, finding out we were being fooled really hurt. But hearing your story earlier, it made me realize that what Dusknoir said in the future was really true. It made me understand that Maple really did come from the future. I was going over things like that in my head. Oh, look, sunlight. It's sunrise. Wow. It's pretty, isn't it? Yes. Maybe it's because we were in the future for so long. But I didn't think that a sunrise could feel so renewing. The sun rises, then it sets. We take that for granted. It's only natural. But things we take for granted, they're really the most essential things, and they're precious. That's a pretty good lesson to teach. All I've ever known is the future world, or the future's world of darkness. Upon coming to this world and seeing the sun for the first time, it was staggering. Seeing it strengthened my resolve to turn history away from a future of darkness. There is one thing I wanted to ask of you, Germ. It's about that time in the future when we were confronted by Dialga. Frankly, we were in a no-win situation. There was no hope. I was there for that, yeah. Do you all remember this part? Hey, you can't give up. Ah, you say not to give up. What can we possibly do? But when all seemed lost, you refused to give up. Even I had given up. What compelled you? How did you manage to stay so strong? Well, I wonder too. I really don't know. Maybe it was because Maple stood by me. Have a look at this. What could it be? There's an odd pattern inscribed on it. Never seen anything like it. This pattern is new to me. Okay, so we know that's not a time gear. We hit the mix-up. Wigglytuff is a time gear defender. I'm deciding. This is my relic fragment. It's my personal treasure. It's my dream to one day solve the mystery behind this fragment. But I was scared so easily. Good night. I didn't even have the courage to apply as an apprentice at the guild. That was when I met them. Well, okay. I'm going to believe you. Flashback moments. Maple is always there to cheer me up. And then we fought Groudon, the real one. And we killed him, and it was funny. I know all of this shit would hit different if I didn't name the characters after me and the friend that I pick on the most. It's like clearly it's supposed to be emotional. And I'm just like, I would never say this. Which is so mean. But also, you know, it's the risk you take when you want characters named after people. Felt like I had the courage to overcome any challenge. That's how I came to feel over time. Maybe that's why I was able to keep going without giving up. Alright. I think I understand what you're saying. I do not have that quality. That's a Charmander specific one. Same way I care for people as a friend. You also like them as a friend. I'm friend and Charmander. Lucky to be blessed with a friend like you. I wouldn't go that far. Lucky? Well, it's morning. We should be leaving soon. Yep. All right. It's agreed that we will collect all of the time gears. First, we have to decide which time gear we should target. Let's check. Oh, it's the reveal from here. Oh, I really thought they were going to be like, pulls out map is empty. Like, oh, where are we? The underground lake seems to be the closest. How about Tree Shroud Forest? That was where I got my first time gear the last time. Where is that? Here. It's a little far from here, but there's no one like Gooksy. I have hiccups. What is going on today? There's no one like Uxie guarding that time gear. Oh, great. If we had to fight someone over a time gear, that would attract attention. That won't be a problem here, right? Exactly. That's settled. That's where we'll go. We're off to Tree Shroud Forest. Damn, the instant transmission? We're just boom, there. This is the entrance. Oh? Is something wrong? The atmosphere somehow feels different than last time. No, I must be imagining it. No, listen, I already know the plot twist that we're in the double past. They so aggressively avoided showing us the city or the guild or any of that shit. I'm 14 steps ahead. I'm practically Celebi now. Yeah, I know. I'm too smart for it. This game is written for babies, and because I'm a big brain person, I read it for filth and was like, ooh, pew! I shot my understanding beam directly out of the shiny spot on my head, and I just like downloaded the whole story in an instant. They don't tell you bald people can do that, but a little secret tip from me to you. I'm scared. You should be. Bald people are demons. Okay, on we go. What's the worst that could happen? Smile emoji. Why would Houndoom be in the woods? I guess all Pokemon are kind of in the woods. They don't have to be in like thematic places. They can just kind of be wherever. That Kecleon? How is there a Kecleon? We got a gold ribbon. No, wait, that's normal. That's what all the other ribbons were too. Frostberry, Fofir, Drought Orb, Green Gummy. Ooh. Sir, I believe you dropped a thing over here, but now it is mine. This is a cute forest. Nope. Know what is above my head. Oh, I can't fall asleep. God, I wish that was true right now. I would love to be where he's... Well, no, I lied. I take it back. I didn't finish the sentence, so the magic didn't happen. I want to be awake, not anxious. He has flash fire. It didn't matter. This place is so quiet. It's kind of weird. Like, not like quiet audio, but like I've seen like 2 Pokemon. Well, oh, 3. I mean, I won't complain. After the shit show we had to struggle our way through, maybe it's alright that there's easier ones in here. I'm also assuming there will be a like bad moment plot twist. What else? Oh, here's the real. If I can't recruit anyone, then it's not a real dungeon. Go fuck you. I don't even have to see you. I'm on my custard shit now. I don't even have to move. If I can run them down from here. Feels a little mean to just fucking kill them in their sleep, but don't get caught lacking and you wouldn't catch this flamethrower, I guess. It's a doggy dog world. In this one, I get to pretend to be corny, so get good. I'm just... I'm glad we live in the timeline where Kason gets to be in the Yakuza games and Corny gets to be in Sonic. Like, that just feels correct. None of these dudes were ready for my fucking flamethrower. I actually know pepper breath now. They heard me talking shit. There's so many. This room is so small. It's small. Everybody go home. Hasta la goodbye bye. Damn, I got all of them out of the room. That's actually very funny. It's a little scary because all of the hallways are spooky like this, but this will be number 4 down on the floor, so like, let that miss. Okay, I'll get the one shot. Why not? Oh, because I'm out. That would explain it. Boom. Items. How do I not have I don't have a max elixir. I've got I didn't even think to bring one because what? Do they come back after a set amount of time? What was that? Everyone get scared right now. Oh. The counter tech. That's wild. I'm on my stick toss type beat. Yeah, I know they stay on the floor, but I didn't realize Beat Up summoned them. I've only seen it in VGC as like a prank move. It's like you use it as a bunch of really weak dark type attacks for Pokemon like Lucario with whatever the move that he has is that like makes his attack go up per hit, and then he takes like 10% health, just nothing, and then has +6 attack and goes psycho. I wasn't prepared for surprise. Your seed has been negated, or your orb. It's very funny. Yeah. God. Get in there, Eevee. Wait, Eevee probably doesn't have any attacks either. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. I'm running out of moves. Do I have stick sillies? Okay, I have 6 sticks and a couple barbs. Fuck. We're above half now. We're doing okay. We're all right. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Why would you? Okay. Why? Why did he? Why? The Kadabra was asleeping, and he said, bro, let me just real quick. I want to stand by him. Like, bro, we've got no PP. You just got cycle cutted for half your health. You're dead. I'm gonna shit. I'm gonna shit and piss and scream. Now I'm gonna die. Oh my fucking god. Get in there. Okay. Jesus Christ. That did not need to happen, and I made no decision for it to happen. Derm was just like, oh, let me just... This is why the emotional scenes will never hit. Because I'll remember things like this. I'm like, no. You can't put that narrative in my mouth. I won't have it. Oh, please. Anything for a max elixir. This is a very cute tile set. Oh no. Oh, don't hit me with the big blast. Cherim is such a cute mon. I love Cherim. I'm sick of fighting. Fighting when you don't have moves isn't fun anymore. I want to use my buttons, and I can't. It's not fun. It just becomes increasingly stressful, because now it's just like, oh god, oh god. Maybe I use them too much. They give me a free attack, and I simply choose not to use it, like, unless I absolutely have to, and I feel like that might be incorrect. But also, everyone does so much damage. Like, if I don't one-shot them, I feel like they're gonna fucking prank me. Why? It's fine. I was already on the stairs. It's fine. Curlia. Oh, maybe we're gonna see Gardevoir soon. Twistband. Okay. You can't pressure me. I don't have PP to drain. I am functionally dehydrated. Oh my, Alakazam. Scary. Stick blast. Stick blast. Stick blast. Stick blast. Get fucked. Ninetales? I know whenever I hit the next cutscene, I get it all back. So, like, I'm not... Oh, no. Okay, well, that's the scariest thing that could have happened. Money, money, apple. Can I just fucking run? Literally, yes. Don't talk to me. Wait, gamers, we have a chance. We pick up this disc. It's something huge. We teach it. It's recycle. Well, they can't all be dubs. It's exactly what I needed to get through the woods. I'm glad they still have PP somehow. Don't you nasty plot at me. What the fuck? Okay, okay. You want to get whiffed? Get whiffed, bitch. That safeguard's a little too late. You should have done that before you got whiffed up. We're gonna real quick. We're gonna get really annoyed because we have to go peek at some of these items, but a bee spawned. Walk out of my way. We got orb. Roll call, not super exciting, but it's fine. I trust that they... Oh no. Now they will. Now they will die. Now I have to be worried. Oh wait, I can vacuum blast it. Toxic. And you have toxic. Fine, I've got Pecha berries. That did more than I wanted it to. Oh no. Oh, toxic's gonna hurt. Why? You can't toxic everyone. Kills you. I'm gonna die. I don't want to say you're using fucking vacuum slash to kill a vest. I'm out. Oh, do I have blast seeds? I do. Throw. Okay. Pecha berry on me. I don't have enough. No, I don't have any elixirs. That's why I've been struggling. And complaining and kicking my little feet. Oh my god, and he's gonna die. Oh, he's got 44. He's fine. I didn't bring any because I was positive that I had some. Like, literally, I was just like, I don't need to worry about it. I know I have items. I'm sure I have some just sitting in my bank. I stocked up on so many. Get in there, Evie. No, get out of there, Evie. Help! I think I have to start whiffing more aggressive. If this tackle doesn't kill, we go back. Oh no. Items. I don't have any more blast seeds. I can put it to sleep. I can just warp it. Problem solved. Smile emoji with a tear. Where are you going? Okay, we just have to walk in circles until people heal, I guess. We're just gonna stay in this room because it's only got 2 entrances. And the game told me that why are you going? Where are you going? You need to stop. I think if his health is under half, he just does whatever the fuck he wants. It's kind of tilting. I guess I need to be positioning more aggressive. The fuck is this? Okay. Are we good now? Are you back on the team? Jesus Christ. I need to be positioning more aggressively so that what is his name can be a little more active. Target with a decoy status is transformed into decoy. Oh, use. Ah, it's a little substitute. That's the best part of this place. Yeah, I didn't use any moves. I have no moves to imprison. Or no, imprison is... Any shared moves can't be used. Yeah, this is fine. This is okay. Oh. I know. Deep seed, throw. And sleep seed. Bro, I don't think he has tackle. Wait, we woke up after 1? Oh, because it's sleep. It's supposed to. All right. It's fine. The nasty plot doesn't matter. We get to leave. Right next to it. Just pulls team members. Slumber. Stop. Wait. Gruvile's allowed to do things. Yeah, let's just hit it. I can't tell if Gruvile has PP. Or if he's just like really stingy about using moves. Bro's allergic to participating in the fight. I can't like check anything. Sticks are good. Sticks are violent. Set. When does he act gay? Because y'all, I remember being told that he was gay, and he hasn't done anything gay yet. Mine on my phone does too. It's so exciting. It's also on the what the fuck is it? It's some of them are on the Windows one too. Like the yeah, like for me at least, when I don't know, the stairs are right there. What am I doing? Yeah. Do you think Germ thinks he's gay just because he uses the word partner once, or like the word partner, and so he's like, well, he's got to be. Or do you think Germ said it because Germ played a boy and Groovile said they were besties, and everyone knows that best friends have to be deeply in love? Twitter will point at a married man with a family and like a healthy relationship and be like, that's a homosexual, because it would make me happier if he was. And that's valid, but you do have a little grain of salt. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Oh, I wish my PP came back when I leveled up. It's fine. Omega lol. Missed every Fury swipe. Lefts. No, I don't want to go this way. I'm annoyed. Literally, I wanted to walk the other way, and the game was like, well, you're confused, so you can't walk through your teammates ever, no matter what. You can only walk the opposite direction that you're pressing, and also not through your teammates. Your PP Tails? I'm trying to think if Tails is an animal you have talked about and PP is somehow it. Or if this is like a Sonic or Knuckles joke. I'm excited for the next movie. Oh, I miss my wife, Tails. Okay, yeah. I caught the joke. My second guess was right. I just didn't know the reference because I'm for great things. We did it. Fine. Is that a standstill here? But didn't they say just before we were dragged off to the future with you? Oopsie, Mesbred, as elf. And trust you with the rest. We know. Okay. Yep, that's a time gear, all right. But what's this? It's a time gear. There's no mistaking it. Time here seems to be stopped. There isn't even a breeze. See, those leaves are fixed in place. Time is really stopped here. But the time gear is back where it should be. Why is this happening? She just grabs it. What are you doing? The time is already stopped here. It won't make any difference if I take the time gear now. There's also something that's more worrying. More worrying? Forget it. No, you can't. We are like 49 hours into the game. You can't be cryptic now. There's something I'd like you to do. What is it? Before you go back to Sharpedo Bluff, I'd like you to gather some information in Treasure Town. In Treasure Town? Yes. Here's what I want you to find out. Learn everything you can about what's happening in this world right now. Sure thing. I'll go find out. Everyone thinks that you've gone to the future. Therefore, I know. If they found out I'm back, there would be an uproar. I'll keep low and get some news. I'm counting on you. I'm back. I've got some news like you wanted. What's the word? The word is not very good. After we went to the future, Lucy and his friends put back the time gears in their original places. Everyone was happy because they thought the world would return to normal. But time stayed stopped in those places. Even worse, it's spreading. Time is stopping in more and more places. Is that true? Yep. Everyone's upset because no one can tell what's going on. Well, do you know what this means? Time is stopping in a spreading area. It can only mean one thing. Temporal Tower is starting to collapse. Temporal Tower is collapsing? Correct. Temporal Tower gives structure to time. So if it is starting to collapse, time itself will collapse in ever-widening areas. This is bad. You don't say. The problem is accelerating. The planet's paralysis is coming on fast. What? But we have to hurry then. That's right. If we don't hurry, the planet will become fully paralyzed. There's only one way to stop the destruction of time now. We need to gather the time gears. Then the time gears must be put in place in Temporal Tower where the hell is. But there is a problem. Temporal Tower is located in a place called the Hidden Land. As the name suggests, no one knows where it is. Cool. But there isn't any time. That's right. That's why I think we need to split up for now. I'll go collect the time gears. In the meantime, I want you two to search for the Hidden Land. Okay. Is that okay? Okay. Okay. Okay then. You're in charge. The Hidden Land is supposedly somewhere in this world. Unfortunately, there are no clues as to where it is exactly. Considering that no one has discovered it yet, we should probably assume it is quite far away. We must even consider crossing the sea and discover the means to do so. I'll invent boats in Pokemon World. Okay. Can we invent Wi-Fi? 5G? Microwaves? I'm sorry. I don't have that knowledge about how to do that. I'm counting on you. We'll be off to gather the time gears. Good luck. Now, we should go searching too. Let's find the Hidden Land. So, where should we begin looking? as a start, why don't we think about how we can cross the sea? I guess it would be the 7G that we would be asking for, because it transes the EV's gender. This isn't working. Way of crossing the sea. I'm not coming up with anything. I said we'd search for the hidden land, but where would we even begin looking? We have to hurry too. Ugh. It's true, we've got little information to go on. We have no time to waste. We have to locate. Everyone has to say everything that was just said one at a time. The Groovile's got to say what we've got to do, and then Eevee's got to say what Groovile said we've got to do, and then Charmander's got to say what Eevee and Groovile said that we got to do. And it's like, we have to stop it, whatever it takes. And to do that, well, we have no choice. We need everyone's help. That's it. Huh? What is that? Want to go to Wigglytuff's guild? Why? We vanished in front of everyone, remember? Sure, I think everyone would be really worried about us. I miss everyone too. But everything we saw in the future, everything about Rufile, Dusknoir, even about your past, we tell it all to the guild. How can they believe us? What do you think? Do you think everyone will believe us? Sure. I'm the protagonist. They don't have a choice. Well, you say that, but is there a chance they'll believe us? I mean, everyone in this world is convinced that Groovile is the villain. I think Dusknoir is a really good Pokemon, right? Everyone especially respects Dusknoir. I saw the future, but I still don't. Why? Why? Why is everyone such a dick rider for Dusknoir? He didn't even do that much. I truly don't get it. If we tell everyone the truth, I wonder if they would be able to accept it. It's true. He's saying it's true. Maybe no one will believe us if we tell them the truth, but we should tell them anyway? Why? They might not believe us, right? The illusion of choice. God, we need everyone's help. I get it. Okay, and now that I've said it 4 times, now he believes me. Yay! And then he has to repeat what I said. Yay! Everyone's clapping. Okay, you're right. Let's go home. I'm Maple. Are you gonna fart? Not to spoil the game, but oh, true. I do have to prevent the planet's paralysis, and we are running out of time. And we need everyone's help. And I'm sure they'll understand. Let's go home. All right, time for the big reveal, where actually no one remembers us and hates us, actually. And Bidoof has an eye patch and smokes cigars now. The guild's crew. What an ominous image. Wow. This is fine. Feels like we haven't been here in a long time. Oh, is the way they reveal it by having Diglett not know what our peats are? Because we've established that as a pivotal point of allowing people into the guild. And they're going to be like, huh? Whose little grippers are those? I don't know you. Now that we're here, it feels kind of awkward to go in. After all, we did vanish in front of everyone in a mysterious way. It would be sort of awkward, even embarrassing, to walk in out of the blue. Why? Why? No, we can't go around acting embarrassed now. We have to see everyone and tell them the truth. Genuinely don't understand what he's so hung up about. Hey, we're back from the future. What happened? Oh, we got out. Oh, bet? Okay. Pokemon detected. Pokemon detected. Whose footprint? Whose footprint? The footprint belongs to... Footprint belongs to... What's wrong, Diglett? Respond, respond. What? Hey, Diglett! Where do you think you're burrowing off to? That footprint. Oh, they do remember us. What? What? Huh? He pops out. Oh my god, Diglett's cute. Diglett! Long time no see. What is that? Hey, it's true. Wow, I guessed everything wrong. My gosh, it really is. You're both alive. We worried so much about you. I was, oh my golly. Everyone, we're home. Welcome home. I was so convinced a bad thing would happen. What's wrong with me? Why did I guess 7 bad ends for the midpoint of a Pokemon game? What? What was that again? Just hold on for a moment. Let me get this story straight. Okay. Let me... Oh, fuck yeah. Run it back to me. I already forgot. First, Rufile is actually good. And he was... Yeah, he's Time Gears, saving the world. And Dusknoir is bad. And he's actually evil. If you could clip that part, it would actually be... I would appreciate that. I will get use out of that in the future. And Maple and Groovile are friends. And also Dusknoir is bad and wanted to kill them. And and the future is bad too. And we got away because of Celebi from time travel. And this world's gonna die. And to save it, we gotta get the Time Gears, and we gotta take the Time Gears to the tower, and the tower's in the hidden land. And if we don't save the tower, then everyone is dead forever. That's it. That's everything. Hee hee hee. Must have. Okay. I'm actually going to bite his head off. He doesn't know that I have fire breath. He doesn't know that I know pepper breath. I can hit him with it. Why don't you two just go to your room and get some rest? Now, hold on a second. Wait. Is Chatot an inside operator for Dusknoir? I seen through it. That's why he's such a dick rider. Yeah, I got it all. You don't even have to tell me I'm right this time. What we just told you is all true. I'm sure you two are suffering from exhaustion. A good nap will fix that. That's not it, Chatot. Please believe us. We're not lying. That's quite enough. Tell me, Is there any part of your story that's even remotely plausible? A place called the Hidden Land? I'm the head of intelligence here, and I've heard of no such place. Okay. They literally, all of them watched Dusknoir grab the two of us and pull us into the known dimension portal. Am I silly? Like, the whole town was there. The whole town saw Dusknoir grab us by our heads and pull us in. And they knew that we were gone. And the memories got erased. Okay. All right. Okay, psycho moment. I've pulled out a second whiteboard. I have strings going between the two of them. Dusknoir was working for Primal Dialga, the Time Man. Very bad. No, not a corkboard, a whiteboard. I'm punching it through the whiteboard. I have a staple gun, like one of those pneumatic ones. It's an aggressive thing. Okay, so Primal Dialga is a Time Lord. Has his devious and sinister agent, what's his name? Dusknoir. The three people also are working with him as Time Gear defenders, because you'd be like, why would the Time Gears need to be defended? No one would destroy the world. There's no point. They're being defended to stop Groovile. They're also the agents. And so, because now we know that the one of them, I don't remember which one, has memory magic, everyone got fucked. Everyone saw us get pulled through the portal by the bad man, the bad ghost man with the big hands and the big belly mouth. And then he fucking hit the little wink to his fucking inside agent, one of the spirit like people, and they hit the fucking Men in Black flash moment and told us nothing happened. Everybody move along. And so now I'm back, and they thought we just got like lost. And so now we're here saying all this stuff, and they're like, what are you fucking talking about? I got it. I'm sold. It's done. It was a huge shock. And it was really hard to accept. But I'll hear no more of this. I don't care what you say. The Great Dusknoir, the villain? That's simply unbelievable. Seriously, don't you two feel the same way? How can anybody seriously think of the Great Dusknoir as a villain? We hold Dusknoir in high esteem. We cannot believe it. See? Everyone shares the same opinion. But, what is it, Sunflora? There is something I don't understand. That time, when the Great Dusknoir was about to return to the future. Are they about to show me the clip where he grabs us both by the head and pulls us through the time portal, and I'm being a lunatic again? Because I'm convinced there's more bad stuff? I'm so mad. Oh, okay. So they literally saw that happen. Cool. That's normal. That's fine. I'm going to kill Chatot. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to pin him to a board, and I'm going to pepper breath straight in one end and out the other. What Dusknoir did then? It was strange. Any way you look at it. Oh, it's strange, you say? It's weird that the time cop pulled us through the time hell portal. By accident? By accident? No way. He grabbed them and yanked them in. Hey, that's right. It looked that way to me too. What happened was really weird. I really had to wonder why Dusknoir did something like that. If what Germ said is true, then what Dusknoir did suddenly makes sense. What? Wait a minute. Oh, let me kill him. Oh. Kippy said a bad thing happens that's worse than the things that happened before. What if the worst thing is that I don't get to kill Chatot and someone else does? That's worse than no custard. That's worse than no Bidoof. That's worse than Bidoof not having a special stone anymore. Fuck. Are you actually saying that you now believe? Everyone. You got the whole squad silent. He is not cooking. Give me one moment, everybody. I've got an image for this one. Cricket emojis. That doesn't make sense. It's fine. The joke landed. That's what matters. The crowd went mild. I believe them. That's my fucking boy. Bidoof, my goat. You're claiming that the Great Dust Noir is a villain? Oof. By golly, I sure did think highly of him. Did you think that Bidoof took Dusk Noir's side? And that's what the worst thing could be, was? The whole idea sounds troubling when you put it that way. Bidoof could never hate me. We're best friends. And I love him. That would be the worst timeline, though. You're actually right. If he was like, yeah, fuck these guys. Bald ass. Who are you? Who even are these dudes? I would cry on stream for like another hour solid. There's something more important here. He said I'm more important. That's why he believes me. Our eternal bond of friendship is more important than the imaginary praise and prestige of some doof-ass ghost dude. What? But you... Hey, I believe too. Me too. Oh my gosh. There are colleagues at... Colleagues? A very sanitized language. Oh, Corfish and Sunflora. I believe them. Me too. So do I. Casting doubt on our colleagues is wrong. Trust is a must. Thank you, everyone. Hey, thank you for believing us. Well, hiya. Sounds like we all agree. Oh, shoot Chatta out of the window. Jettison him into the cold and uncaring salty abyss of the sea. Clip his wings and tie a big rock onto his dumb little head. We all believe our friends. That's great. Let's begin searching for the hidden land. Whoa! Hold on there, Guildmaster. What's wrong? We're not all in agreement yet, are we? We're all good with the story, but I suspect that Chatot isn't convinced. Oh? Is that all? You don't need to worry about Chatot. Huh? Chatot is convinced. Right? Huh? Because Chatot believed the story all along. Right, Chatot? He. What? How peculiar. Well, Guildmaster, there's no fooling you. I admit it. He is scared for his life. Chatot knows he is one like syllable away from being sent to the 10th level of hell, the secret one where Satan's frozen toes are. They don't even have that one in the book. Really? But if I would have said that I believed them right away, everyone would have just gone along with what I said. What's all this? That's why I was so contrary. You don't even have contrary. I don't think. Wait, fuck, does he? Hold on, everyone. This is an important Google. If Chatot has the ability contrary, that's a good fucking joke. And if not, he needs to be triple killed. No, he has keen eye or tangled feet or big pecs. Fuck Chatot. Chatot's like, I just wanted to have an argument. I'm just a debate pervert. Gosh, likely story. Oh, Bidoof fucking doubting him too. Oh, Bidoof mega goated. Chatot, bitch baby piss boy who deserves to be in a stinky dumpster filled with trash soup. But without a doubt, I was convinced from the get-go. Haha, I knew everyone would surely believe their colleagues. Haha. Says you. Chatot's not even a virgin. He's like a black-pilled incel. I believe you. You're my good friends in guild membership. Now listen, everyone. Time is stopping in more and more places. In their story, we know our world is in danger. That means we have to do something. This is our time. In the name of Wigglytuff's Guild, we'll combine all our efforts. We'll discover the hidden land. Let's do this, everyone. Hooray! Chatot. Yes, sir? Okay, everyone. From now on, we're shifting all our efforts to locating the hidden land. We'll also have to let everyone know what is happening in our world. It's going to get busy. We'll all have to work hard. I sure will. I'll putter down. Putter? He's gonna putter? Oh my god, I love Bidoof. He's gonna putter down to Treasure Town. I'll get the word out, by golly. I'll go too. We have to let his elf and his friends know too. They're back at their lakes. They may try to stop Groovile. Hey. Then I'll go tell them. Okay, everyone else. Search for the hidden land, please. Yeah. Bidoof, Sunflora, and others, once your errands are done, gather information on the hidden land. Yes, sir. We'll hurry. We'll find the hidden land together. Yo! Ta! Hooray! All right, let's show some guts. Bro, you don't have guts either. Everyone's just saying words. Hey. I'm sorry that I don't have any information on the hidden land, but maybe the wise Torkoal. Oh, Torkoal. You may know something. Town Elder? That would be the wisest and oldest Pokemon of Treasure Town. He loves the hot spring, so he's always there. In fact, I'm positive that you'll find him at the hot spring. Oh, I remember. Yeah, me too. I was there. It's hot spring. My goodness. It was the water that carried you. Oh my god. Yeah, flash forward. No, I know. I was there. We were all there. Everyone watched. It's on the VOD. It's him. It's that nice old Pokemon we met. You should put his years of wisdom to use. Go ask Torkoal for advice. I think we got to the hot spring the first time through Waterfall Cave. Let's go. Off to the hot spring. But first... Oh, this about to be the fattest dinner time. Besides, you must be hungry. Hmm? I ate so many apples, actually. Should have dinner, and then a good night's sleep. We can all get to work tomorrow. My tummy do be rumbling. That's pretty true. What a laugh. Letting your belly bark back at Chimeco, eh? We're home. We're home and everyone is our friends. And Chatot knows that he's dead if he ever talks out to me ever again. Good end. I'm dejectedly tearing down all of the red strings and papers and newspaper clippings and blurry Polaroids and Sharpie. I'm wheeling the whiteboards out of the room. Oh no! You thought we were gonna be hurt too. Oh, we're normal, Kippy. Oh, we're both normal and fine. Been a while since we've been in this room. Feels as though I'm finally home. You know, I'm glad everyone believed our story. I got a little emotional over it. And me too. Not quite the same emotions, but I'm feeling things at the moment. Let's go meet Torkoal tomorrow and talk with him. Let's get back at it tomorrow. Next morning. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Well, we made it home. That's exciting. I think when did I drop frames? How did that happen? It was 0.1%, but I don't even remember seeing that. Huh. That's one of the benefits of being a JPEG. You really only have like 2 frames. I haven't done my homework yet, and if I don't eat something today, I know I will get yelled at tomorrow, one way or another. So I do think this needs to be a pack it in moment. There's lots of menu crawling to go to, and I don't really have much. I don't have menu crawling energy in me right now, so yeah, we're gonna say that's good. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. Go look at my VODs channel with an embarrassment of content on it. Some of it might be good. You'll have to watch it to find out. The last 2 VODs, or the last 2 days of VODs are up now too. I had to wait on one to send it live, but it's there now. So you can go peep those if you missed anything. Yeah, the entire Final Fantasy VII Remake playthrough is up. I think it was a pretty good playthrough. Personally, I had a lot of fun. I will be... What is this? Oh, that's... that's custard. I'll be back tomorrow. something for Silly Saturday. Maybe. Probably. I mean, I haven't set it on the schedule, but who knows, really? Hope I should be here. I don't know what I'm gonna play yet. It won't be Pokemon, simply because I need a break. But yeah. And if I'm not, you won't know unless you follow me on Twitter and on Twitch. Yeah. All right. I'm out of here. Goodbye, everyone. Good night. Thank you for joining me in my antics of assuming that something bad has to happen soon in the kid game made for kids about magic dogs that can shoot fire out of their mouths and win with the power of friendship. Smile emoji. Bye.